Jump into the anime world.
Nobody watch anime. Anime is terrible. Don't ever get into anime. I'm warning you now. I've been watching anime for like 20 years or some bullshit. Don't get into it. It's bad.
Never gets old.
It's good. I like anime.
Be an otaku.
Don't be an otaku.
Nerdcast.
Welcome to the Nerdcast.
Nerdcast.
Nerd.
Welcome back, y'all. My name's Santino. This is George, the one and only
George.
And we're doing nerd stuff today.
Nerds. Yeah, Brian's out.
Brian's out. We murdered him in cold blood.
Well, he was murdered by his kids with boogers.
Yeah, and then while he was down, that's when we struck.
Yeah. Took him at the, best advantage. Pulled his pants down and whatnot. Kamehameha him in the ass.
Jesus.
Final flashed him in the face.
That's a little brutal.
Went Super Saiyan, to finish it off.
Super Saiyan 19.
Jeez.
However many levels there are at this point, I don't know.
There's a lot of levels of Super Saiyan.
I'm not too familiar with Dragon Ball. Like, I saw a little bit of Dragon Ball as a kid, a little bit of Dragon Ball Z, but I don't know much. I don't know this new Brawly movie that came out.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that today.
Yeah, tell me, catch me up to speed a little.
All right. If you guys haven't seen Dragon Ball, spoilers, not my fault. Well, in Dragon Ball, Goku started as a little young buck. And he was sent off to planet Earth to take it over, essentially. And he went to Earth, he got trained by, his grandpa, which, it's always been recognized as a 4-star Dragon Ball, as some people may know. But like he thought his dad was his grandfather was a 4-star Dragon Ball, but he wasn't. It was just a normal Dragon Ball. And he grew up from there, into Dragon Ball Z series where he started to train better, and then he ended up going into Super Saiyan in the Frieza saga, Super Saiyan 2 in the Cell saga, and 3 with the Buu saga, and then it goes into GT, which is not canon.
GT's not canon?
Yeah, it's not canon, so... But he goes Super Saiyan 4 in there, but he gets turned into a little kid, Goku does anyways.
I remember that.
Yeah, which was kind of cool, because, seeing him being a little kid again, but... I don't know. Overall, it's a good story. I mean, it's something to grow up on.
Yeah, definitely a lot of people who did watch it when they were young kind of grew up on it.
Yeah. So and then now with after the non-canon of GT, and of course there's the Battle of the God movies and introducing the new arc basically
I did
into
see
Super.
Some of the new, the one with that cat god.
Yeah, Beerus.
Yeah, I'm gonna close the door real quick.
No worries. And So Beerus, he's like the god of destruction. Pretty cool. He's just it's like an Egyptian cat, basically. And he's just sleeping all the time. But if he gets pissed off, he'll destroys you. Yeah, he'll just kill you off. It's pretty godlike,
Spoilers for that movie. Doesn't he, isn't he thwarted by food from the earth? Isn't that the whole reason why he stopped trying to destroy the world?
Yeah, he doesn't destroy Earth because he's fascinated by the food. But it's because he was enlightened essentially by Goku, because he had a dream that he's there's this Super Saiyan God.
Damn.
That, gave him a good run for his money.
Does he become the Super Saiyan God in that one? I remember
Goku does become Super Saiyan God. The way for him to become Super Saiyan God form, I guess you need 5 Saiyans, 5 Saiyan bloodlines. You basically channel your energy into the one. And then that one person who is chosen gets to become the God form, which is hair turns red, which is pretty dope. Because, Goku's they made him, his transformation in that one, he's he looks thinner. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Usually he gets all buff and everything, and then this one he's thinner. It's kind of like Bruce Lee status. He's hey, look, this is my perfect form. So it's kind of funny seeing it. And then, but then it was no match for Beerus. Beerus is
because he's a true god.
Yeah, he's yeah, you can't do nothing to me.
You still gotta grow.
Yeah, but so it goes from that, and then it goes into the Super Series where they introduce a new, level for him to go up even higher than that. So it goes Super Saiyan God, then Super Saiyan, it's like Super Saiyan Blue.
Yeah, I've
Super
seen
Saiyan.
him with like the blue hair, and
Yeah.
that looked really cool.
So that one's like above the God form. And then after that, there's one more form after that, which was Ultra Instinct, which is the
that's why I've
ultimate
heard.
spoiler, but whatever. If you haven't seen it,
Yeah. By the
gotcha.
way, we're in spoiler territory now.
Yeah.
Not that we haven't been.
So it's kind of like, this is just me like trying to lead up to the whole movie, which is strange to me because in that one, Goku turns Super Saiyan Ultra Instinct, or not Super Saiyan, he just goes Ultra Instinct, but I guess he only got it because of that tournament of power, and he can't get it again. So it's kind of like, what?
What?
But then I get it though, because it's like, all right, if you already have the Ultra Instinct, which basically he makes him into like the perfect fighter, the perfect being. He's like, he's transcended above the gods. Like he can take out all the gods except for except for Zeno. He can't take out Zeno.
That little like bubblegum guy.
Yeah. He's a little. I'm just gonna snap my fingers, destroy all the universes. Yeah, he can't beat that guy. But like, so he's just like, I can dodge every attack with his eyes closed. So I get that's why they got rid of it. They're like, all right, that was just a fluke. You got to work hard to get up there because all the other gods can't get it up there. But Goku,
the other gods can't get it up.
Yeah, they can't get it up there to that level. And yeah, here's Goku like fighting that whole entire arc, and then he gets there. So it's kind of like, what? But
they need new power levels for him,
Yeah, but then after at the end of the episode, the final episode, it's him and Vegeta are fighting, which Vegeta also he transcended from his Super Saiyan God form, Super Saiyan, to like a higher level, his own like form. Well, it's not Ultra Instinct, but it's like his form, and he gets above level. I don't know what that is. It's like just I want to say 2.0 kind of deal. Vegeta 2.0 Super Saiyan God.
Vegeta 2.
Which Super Saiyan is Vegeta is like my favorite character because that dude struggles so hard.
Yeah,
and he's just always trying to like get to where to be fighting on par with Goku, and I feel like he's stronger than Goku in a sense until this Goku always gets that one leg up.
Yeah, exactly. He has to get his ass whooped and die a bunch to like get more powerful.
Yeah. So it's like, damn, dude. I'm like, come on, Vegeta, kick his ass. But whatever. And then it leads up to the Broly movie, and the Broly movie, which recently came out in December and finally came out in the stateside in January.
I heard it's like the top like grossing anime film or something.
Yeah, dude, it was epic. I got my tickets the first day when it came out here. And I lined up, and I didn't really have to line up. I reserved my tickets. I got there, and it was filled. Like everybody was filled in there.
Damn.
And I got the Cine one, the nice fancy seating area of the Harkins, which is super nice to me. And everybody was super. There was nobody yelling or anything, or no kids in there. It was all
bunch of grown ass men.
Yeah, grown ass adults. Like we all bought the tickets. We went to go see it.
Didn't they charge more for that shit?
That Cine one, yeah, they charge a little more. So maybe that's probably why, some parents are like, nah, I ain't pay no $15 a ticket. That. I was like, I'm going. I bought my ticket, I bought my brother a ticket, and bought my other brother, my Alfredo, I got him his ticket. I was trying to get you guys to go too, but you guys were busy working.
I think, yeah.
So I was like, oh. So, but anyways.
It depends on like how short the notice is too. Like,
yeah.
It's hard to get off on any shift.
It's hard
to get off.
I know. It takes a while. We ain't no 30-second man. But it's like it takes you like 5 episodes, like turn into Super Saiyan, right?
Yeah, right.
But anyways, watching this movie, and as a hardcore Dragon Ball fan that I am, and just like they totally, Akira Toriyama, he like changed the whole entire storyline.
Damn.
For like everything, like he's like, because Broly, as we all knew, he made it seem like he was like, like they made it in the movie where like, hey, we never met this guy. Who's this guy? It's like, what are you talking about? You fought in the tournament power, and you guys mentioned that you guys fought someone similar.
Didn't they like retcon that or something, or is that did I just hear wrong on that?
What do you mean, like?
I heard like they were trying to redo Broly for this, or
yeah, they did redo Broly because they wanted. Because Broly he was never brought into the series besides just a movie character, which he was introduced here as a movie character. But they made it seem like not only is he now a movie character, but now they revamped his storyline, gave him more of an in-depth background, showed his dad. Now he has a newer outfit. Now he doesn't have like this legendary like gold amulet around his neck now he has like this green fur thing around his body, which you haven't seen the movie, spoiler, it's an ear. So it's an ear to like this dog planet creature. So it was kind of like a big old furry dog like Toby down here.
Oh, damn. Sleepy dog right there.
Yeah. So, and the way he got that green outfit is because his dad is like, hey, you can't be friends with this dog. And he shot the dog's ear off.
Damn.
And I guess Broly, when he was a little kid, he's like, he took that ear wrapped around his waist.
And that's his pants now?
Yeah, he's like, that's his skirt. He's like, this is the last time he was the same. Now he's not the same anymore. But anyways, Broly, he's introduced now as like, he was like a super strong fighter. And I guess King Vegeta or Vegeta's dad, he was just like, we're not going to I don't want this saying here. He can't be stronger than Vegeta. So he kicked him off the planet.
Damn.
So, he kicked him off the planet and his dad followed him. And that wasn't even the storyline that it was started with in the beginning. So it kind of like messed up everything to me. It's like to me, I felt like they're like, hey, we need to extend the Dragon Ball Super series. Let's bring Broly back. Yeah, we just finished the Tournament of Power, but we're just going to change the story. It doesn't matter. Everybody's going to watch it anyways. And I was like, what the hell? So, because, when Goku and Vegeta see Broly in this movie, who's this guy? What's this guy?
I've never met this guy before. No idea.
Like, and it's like, well, they in this Tournament of Power, they're like, hey, we fought someone similar to this. Oh, wait. Who's this new guy? I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? So it's kind of hilarious. But I mean, overall, it was a good movie.
He's so powerful. He beat up their old memories.
Yeah. Seriously, it was just, I don't know. But overall, it was a good movie. I did like it. The music in that was they made it epic.
Yeah.
But it was kind of annoying because they kept repeating this one-liner thing.
Oh, I hate that.
So it was just like...
It's hard to make something thematic.
Yeah, so but overall, it was a good movie, though. Like, I wanted to go watch it again, but I'm a little cheap. I ain't trying to spend $15 to watch a movie. When, you paid $15, you're going to buy the movie.
Yeah, right?
So I'm just, like, waiting to buy the movie when it comes out, essentially, and I'll watch it again.
I'll probably watch it when that happens, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll definitely buy it. We come out over here and have a big old, hey, let's watch Broly movie.
We'll have to watch out there, not in here.
Right? Make it nice and epic. But overall, I thought it was a good movie. It was awesome. The fight scenes are great. The animation was good. There was some key parts in the anime. I'm like, hey, who dropped the ball here on the details? Because I'm looking at it like some cheapo, kind of like the Battle of the Gods or the beginning of Dragon Ball Super. One of the people, a lot of the fans were complaining about like, hey, why are you guys getting careless on the animation here? Like they were just like drawing some lines and filling in color, lacking details. They were just like, it wasn't proportioned.
Yeah.
I saw a little bit of that in the movie. So I was like, what the hell?
That's surprising. Anime movies are usually like super detailed.
Yeah, I feel like in Dragon Ball, they're just like dropping the ball. It ain't no Studio Ghibli, where everybody's on top.
I mean, Studio Ghibli is, nobody else is Studio Ghibli.
Yeah, nobody's Studio
People can
Ghibli.
Certainly try. But...
Yeah. Which I'm pretty stoked about. I don't know if you've heard about that new theater, Flicks Brewhouse, on Channel Boulevard.
No, I haven't actually.
No. It's a new theater on Chandler Boulevard and Arizona Avenue in Arizona. And they're doing a cartoon deals. Like they have like anime movies on certain days and it's like $5.
Damn.
And they were showing Princess Mononoke and I was like, she's one of my faves. I don't know if you guys ever seen Princess Mononoke.
I love Princess Mononoke. Mononoke, whatever.
Chick and giant werewolves and big old deer looking...
I love that deer god.
Yeah, it's so epic.
Like when he's first introduced and everything's just dead quiet, and you see him in the distance, and he just looks over. And he's got that weird ass, creepy human, almost human face.
And it was seriously like to me. I was like, when I think about when they made that movie, it's like, what were you thinking?
Right.
I know we're jumping back and forth, but like to me in that movie, I was like, dang, what? The storyline in depth on Studio Ghibli movies compared to, like anime, regular into movies, and then coming back was just different time of animation and thought process it was pretty epic, in depth with Studio Ghibli. But overall, though, the Broly movie was pretty dope. If you haven't seen it, I'd say check it out. I don't know if it's still in theater, so you might have to wait till it comes out on Blu-ray.
I was going to say, go see it in theaters, but maybe not. Maybe you can't.
Yeah, maybe you can't. Snooze, you lose, man. That's what happens.
I mean,
But now
I've been
they
trying
have-
to sleep and I still lose.
Right? I don't know if it's still playing right now, though, but Hunter, the last mission was on the movie theaters.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
I missed out on that one.
Damn, I love
sick.
Hunter x Hunter.
I mean, as you guys can tell, I got like this raspy voice.
Yeah, he sounds like a hardened fellow who's been out to sea for a while.
Yeah, pirate. I was playing Sea of Thieves on the Xbox. But, trying to get that booty. But, the last mission, I guess they were saying it's, I don't know if it was the last mission to the whole entire series.
Damn.
Because
it might be with the way the manga author, he always takes these long ass hiatuses.
Yeah.
Like, and he just started another huge arc, I want to say a few years ago, and he's on, or within the last few years, and he's already on another hiatus.
Yeah.
Like an indefinite hiatus, like notoriously long hiatus.
So to bring up our followers and our viewers, and of Hunter x Hunter is about a kid, and it's about going on a hunter adventure.
Yeah. So
you get your adventure card, right?
Yeah, like you take the hunter exam, and the whole first 20 episodes is a kid trying to take this hunter exam and gaining some friends. So the main character, or one of the main characters, Gon, he comes from a small island. He proves to his aunt, I want to say, that, yeah, I can be a hunter. Look, I fished out this giant ass, bigger than the house fish from the lake. So he goes, takes a hunter exam.
And his main weapon is a fishing pole.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So
he fights with it. Later on, he does more hand-to-hand stuff, but he starts out with the fishing pole, and he goes to take the hunter exam. On the way, he meets some friends. God, I'm forgetting their names. One's Kurapika, another's Killua, and I forget this older guy. He's only
doctor.
He's only a few years older than they are, but yeah, he's a doctor kind of guy.
But I will say, Killua is a badass.
Killua is such a badass, and
assassin with the yo-yos, bro. Come on.
His story arc is so cool because he goes from this crazy assassin he's only known killing his whole life. Then he tries to stop killing so he can be friends with Gon and go on adventures with them. They do go on adventures, and
then his brother tries to jump in and stop him.
Yeah,
chime in. I know this is spoilers, but I mean,
we've been in spoiler territory the whole time.
Yeah, but you've got to watch the series. No matter if we talk about it, you should check it out. But
I love.
Yeah,
have you seen all of Hunter x Hunter?
Yes, I've seen all of them, and to elaborate more on what you're talking about, the artist going on his hiatus, it all started with he had back problems.
Really?
Yeah, so he had back problems, and he started up, and then back problems again, and then he started up.
I had heard originally, at least, that a lot of it was to do with his previous series. What's it called? Spirit Detective? Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah.
Because he has to go and deal with the popularity of that sometimes he has to go on these hiatuses, or at least before back in the day.
That's interesting that I did not even think about him. He I didn't know he was the one who came with Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah.
And that was another great series.
I haven't seen it.
I've seen all of them, and then
I've seen some, but
I've even seen movies. I used to be a hardcore card collector game with this. I know we're jumping back and forth with this, but the Yu Yu Hakusho is just another. That one's about a kid, high school kid, and
does he die in the first episode?
Yeah, he I don't know if he fights in the dead world basically, but he has this spirit gun, and he goes around, he meets some friends, and it's just another kind of like a shonen kind of deal, saving the world. And then there's also there's a tournament of power between human, demi-humans, and then monsters, and it's a good story. But
that one I'm not too familiar with. I just I've seen a few episodes back in the days of Toonami.
Yeah, but that's interesting. I didn't even know that myself. With the whole Gone and the Hunter x Hunter being stopped for that. To me, it's unfortunate because I hate to say it, but Hunter x Hunter has definitely drawn me in a little bit more than Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah, well, I think from what he learned from Yu Yu Hakusho, he definitely applied to Hunter x Hunter to change it up.
Yeah.
When some stuff happens, you're like, what? Oh man.
Yeah, the whole storyline of Hunter x Hunter is amazing.
Love Hunter x Hunter.
And I was reading the manga, and the last time I got to the manga was they were going on to a ship.
Super spoilers for
Right. Super spoilers
for people fans of the anime. You might want to.
Yeah, but anyway, I'm sure if anybody who's an anime fan, either way, it's just got to a ship, and that was it. That was the last part where I got to the whole thing, and then I was
So
like,
the part where they were past where they were in the anime, right?
yeah, it was way past the anime, and it was just like,
yeah,
the anime was great though, and I'm just like, I preferred to have watched it a little bit, even though I'm a big manga fan. I read manga, which I've reading the new series now, which because Crunchyroll released this new series and has 4 episodes, and I'm like,
what's it called?
It's like the Shield Hero.
We'll come back to that.
Yeah,
we'll come back to that because I also just read through all of that. But,
oh wow, I didn't read more than that. I'm catching up to where the episode. I'm a little past the episode, but we'll get back. Yeah, we'll come back to that, and I'll let you know where I'm at so you won't spoil it for me.
I'll try not to. we're full of spoilers today, but coming back to the Hunter x Hunter and where you left off, where they were starting to get on the ship.
Well, they got on the ship. What wasn't it? Was I forget, since it's been so long since I read it, but is the guy that has
the chains?
Yes.
Kurapika.
So he obviously, he's like an agent, as to as such, and he's looking for his family's the
eyes. Yeah, his clansmen were all killed for their crimson eyes, because when their
special abilities to it.
I think it was when their eyes glow this crimson color when they're very emotional or very mad. It's the most beautiful, one of the 7 most beautiful colors in the world, and it's worth like crazy cash money. So he's been collecting these eyes like of his fallen family because of course it was bought and sold on the black market.
Yeah, which is crazy if you think about it. It's like, dude, it's somebody's eyes,
right?
It's like, how wrong is that? But yeah, so he was on the ship and basically he's on the ship with this guy, this collector that basically has him. And it goes a little bit past that, but I just kind of stopped because I was like, you're getting me to getting back involved. Like you said, this guy, he the artist, he goes in, brings it back, and then he stops and brings it back. And I didn't want to get more involved in it again because I feel like it's like another anime that I'm like, it's not going to finish for me.
Yeah.
Like, one... Just to revert back to one of the animes that I loved a lot. Like I thought it was a great story, it brought me in so much, and it was short. And the reason it was cut short because I guess the artist was plagiarizing.
Oh yeah, No Game No Life.
No Game No Life. Exactly. No Game No Life.
I even know about that before you mentioned it last time.
Yeah. So that anime, No Game No Life. Come on, a great story. Talked about a brother and sister, which they have a weird relationship.
Yeah, but that's partly just because of anime tropes, I think.
But and for like a gamer such as us, and it goes through these you're playing essentially a chessboard, and they never just imagine playing a game of chess and you never finish. You move like 2 or 3 spaces, and then you're just stopped, and then that's it, and it's like, where's the rest? Like,
yeah, I want the rest because
Exactly.
especially how they ended off that show. Like, let me see the ancient god guy you have on hand.
And I'm like, I know there's a movie.
I haven't seen the movie,
but it's like, no, I want the series. Give me the series. It's come on. It's like it's so horrible. Like, and that's where I feel like when I'm with Hunter x Hunter, and it's like, ugh.
Well, with the Hunter x Hunter anime, I feel where they left off, it's enough of a complete series that if you only watch that, you're good.
Yeah, but then
the manga.
If you're reading the manga, then you're like, hey, this keeps going. Where am I at? Where are you gonna leave me hanging here?
I won't spoil where it's at, but they're still on that ship. Like, I want to say, I don't know the exact number, but let's just say 100 chapters after where you left off.
Yeah,
like between 50 and 100 chapters. They're still on that ship and hiatus.
Yeah,
he's on another indefinite hiatus.
Oh my god! See that? I mean, I get it. If you're, how would you say you're a genius of with the story, but it's like, come on.
Hey, you shut up out there. Sorry, neighbors.
I mean, it's kind of like, something off topic of anime related, but like Game of Thrones. We know there's an ending coming to Game of Thrones.
Yes, he's just gotta write the book.
Yeah,
and like From what I hear, he doesn't take great care of his health, so his fans are like, hopefully he finishes that book before he kicks a
Right?
kicks the bucket.
So, but as far as like the series, because I haven't read the books of it, there's a different aspect with me reading that. But like, I know the show, they've already finished it.
Yeah.
So,
like when he eventually writes that next book, like what are they going to do to the show? You know?
and then they already finished the show and they're gonna release it. It's coming up soon this year, and I'm like, I know there's an ending because there's got to be an ending point. It's like I can't play a video game and there's no ending.
Right.
It's like, when am I gonna get to the main boss? So like with Hunter x Hunter, I just can't get to that. So, anyways, now to our next topic of anime, but like the Shield.
The Rising of the Shield.
The Rising of the Shield Hero.
I had heard from some anime YouTubers like, hey, it's good for these reasons. I was like, okay, that's enough for me to check it out when I have time. I had that time. It has like a 40-minute first episode, right?
Yeah.
It's like, man, this is going on. And I was into it from there, Like, I saw what happens to him in that first episode. Like, I guess we're going to spoil this one a little too. I won't spoil what happens in the manga for you. But I want to say in the first episode, this guy, our main character, he's in the library and he gets transported to another world suddenly from reading this book. And he becomes the hero of the Shield. And with him are three other guys from other parallel versions of Japan. A sword hero, a spear hero, and a bow hero. And together, these four heroes are supposed to save this fantasy world, right?
Yeah. From catastrophic waves.
Yeah, like it's just
evil.
like raid bosses, essentially, or like raids for like MMOs. But so they go to the kingdom's castle to, get their parties together to help themselves level, because the way their legendary weapons work, they can't be around each other to level up. So they have to go and train in their own areas. Nobody wants to be with the shield hero because at face value, he's like, oh, he's just a guy with the shield. Who fucking cares?
Nobody wants to play with the shield.
Everyone wants the cool guys with the spear or the sword or the bow. Yeah.
Nobody wants to play tank or whatever.
Yeah, right.
Or defense. I don't know.
Or like everyone wants to be with the cool guys. So the king's like, hey, come on, somebody go with the shield guy, whatever. And this one girl, she's like, oh, I'll go with him. I'll help him out. So he travels along with this girl and they're getting all chummy, buddy, right? They do a little leveling and he goes at night. They go to the end, like, okay, well, let's go to bed. And the next morning he wakes up. He's like, hey, all my shit's gone. And he goes out and the guard comes like, hey, you're under arrest. You fucking tried to rape that girl. All this nonsense. Go to the king now. And yeah, like after that, the king like, hey, we need you here alive because our world will die otherwise, but nobody fucking trusts you. That's your punishment. Everybody knows what you tried to did. Get the fuck out of here.
It totally ruined his whole entire persona. This guy, now he walks around.
Yeah, everyone
as he is like, oh look, here's the guy who's supposed to be our hero, but he tried to put a move on a girl, like raping her.
Yeah.
And
like, fuck this rapist guy.
Yeah, like and the thing about it, he didn't do it.
Yeah. Like he just went to bed. He's like, I'm so happy in this world. This is great. I'm gonna have such a good time. Next morning, boom, you're under arrest. You fucking tried to rape her. Ooh. Yeah,
so like you just totally like put a black mark on this guy.
And of course, like it's very heavily implied in that episode, like, oh, she's just pulling some bullshit. She stole his money, his items. He gave like the girl gave his like armor to the other guy, the spear hero.
Yeah, like his chainmail.
Yeah.
And I was like, because they got like 900 or 800 silvers.
I think he got a little extra money because, like, hey, you need more.
Yeah.
You need more money for armor and party members. Another interesting thing too is because he's a shield hero, he can only use that shield. He can't pick up a sword to try to use a sword and shield. Only use his shield for combat.
So essentially, he has no attack power. He has no attack.
Yeah.
Because they had him fight some more spoilers, obviously. He had to fight some balloons.
Yeah, these little like
orange balloons that bite you. it does damage to other people, but like he just like
Yeah, he's like he has such strong defense stat that it doesn't do anything to him.
Yeah, so they like bite on him all day, and but he can't. It takes him like forever to pop one.
Yeah, he just punches the shit out of him, and after like an hour or some crazy nonsense,
he gets 1 experience point. That made me laugh, dude. I was like, "Oh, this is gonna suck."
Yeah.
So
of course, everyone in the town is just like, "Oh, fuck this guy! Fuck this guy!"
So this is an anime you should check out. We're gonna give you some more spoilers because I'm gonna have to talk to Santino how far he's in, or maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll tell him how far I'm in.
Well, go ahead.
So I'm right now to where I want to call him a chocobo, but I know it's a philo
something. Yeah, Philomena. Let's say.
Yeah, something like that. But I laughed because I call him chocobo from Final Fantasy.
Yeah, they're basically just chocobos.
See, I laughed at when I saw that. So and that chocobo turned into a female,
like a child, right? Yeah.
And that's where I'm at. That's as far as I got now.
I'm trying to think of where all this happened because like I just read through it all in a few days. I'm like, oh, that's so good.
Well, see, and then I was like, I need to calm down because like I've been reading too many mangas, and I'm like, man, I got too many stories, and everything. I'm waiting, because as you already know, like my list consists of 7 Deadly Sins, Black Clover, my slime.
I love. We'll go into slime a little later.
Yeah, so like I'm caught up with like every anime manga that I've been reading, and of course My Hero Academia. Which I caught up with this week's episode or this
manga,
week's manga, and I was just like, so I'm like, here's a new manga for me to read, and I'm just like, simmer down, because I was reading a little bit of chapters today, and I'm like, I'll put it away. Which this morning, I woke up this morning and I was like, I'm gonna read some today after I watched some Sword Art Online Accusation, which
I haven't caught up the new episode, but like on the one hand, Sword Art Online, the internet's torn apart for how bad it is, but on the other hand, it's interesting to watch. It's a thing to watch.
Yeah,
like take the good with the bad. It's a enjoyable show at the end. Like to an extent.
It's something different, and I'm like kind of curious where they're going with it right now. I do feel like they dragged it on a little bit more than.
Yeah, like it could have ended a few episodes ago. Like, oh, here are more bosses for you to fight, just cause.
Yeah, but it's weird. But it is something I've been watching, so I was just like, yeah. But that's what I've been reading up to. Anyways,
Shield Hero, it's great. I highly recommend it. It gets my recommendation of a Toby out of 5. There we go.
A Toby out of 5. So, how much more badass is it getting after where I'm reading?
I'm trying to think of where everything happens. Have you seen the second wave yet?
No, I have not.
Okay.
Does it get epic?
It gets pretty interesting. Pretty epic.
Man.
But so far in the anime, we'll just leave it with this. Because the Shield Hero, nobody wants to join him, and nobody wants to fight with him, and nobody in town wants to even talk to him. He ends up taking a slave that, under magic contract, cannot betray him and has to obey like what he says. Otherwise, it'll cause him pain if they disobey an order. So he takes a demi-human, I want to say like half raccoon girl, and gives her a knife. Like, hey, you have to fight with me. Here's armor. I'll protect you. But you have to fight because I can't fight. And what the Shield Hero does, he has got this giant green cloak on, and because those balloons, they don't hurt him, he just keeps them like gnawing on him all the time. Like it'll just be on there trying to eat at him. So he'll take them out and try to like scare people with them, like when they don't want to talk to him. Or in the case of the girls, like, hey, you got that knife? Kill this balloon.
Oh, he also uses the balloons because they try to blackmail him. They try to lowball him when he tries to sell stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're like, oh, I'll buy all of these spare parts for 1 bronze piece.
Just because you're a criminal.
Yeah. And he's like, dude, you bought 4 of these off that last guy for 20 bronze pieces. I've got 100 of them or some nonsense.
Yeah. Essentially to that extent, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it's in the Shield Hero, it's kind of crazy. Because in the beginning, you see this character and you see how he's developing.
Yeah.
So that
it gets pretty dark.
Yeah, the character development.
He gets really dark, understandably for like what happens to him.
Yeah. So with the pressure he's being put on, it's like It's crazy.
Yeah.
And then, like you said in the beginning, it's like you're a shield hero, and you're supposed to be there to save them, and you have to. So and it's just. But then these people hate them, and then it kind of makes you think. It's like, well, why do I gotta save you but you have to? Like, I don't know. It's a good story. Character development is there, and I think it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I really like what happens with the little raccoon demi-human because she does become an effective fighter, and then a crazy talented fighter. Like in the span of like the few episodes that are out right now. And
there's only 4 episodes. There'll be another one next Monday.
Yeah, so by the time this is out, it'll be 5 episodes. Yeah,
and it's the story's already good. Like, that's why I was like, I need to read this.
Yeah, right.
So I saw the 4 episodes. I'm like, I gotta read this. I'm like, this is good. So I was like, this is actually pretty good. Like, it caught my interest so fast.
Yeah, I've been really enjoying it, both the anime and the manga.
Yeah.
I'm not so worried now that I've caught up with the manga. I'm not so worried about like, hey, now it's another thing I gotta wait for it to come out.
Yeah.
But that's because I burned through it in a few days. So after catching up on that, I was like, oh, God, what do I read now?
See, and then that's where I'm like, I gotta pace myself because I read so much, and I don't know, like I don't know. I know a lot of people don't like to read; they like to watch. But definitely worth the watch. This the Shield Hero, the Rising Shield Hero.
Yeah, I would. So far, I would recommend watching the Shield Hero.
So, speaking of another anime that has kind of gone on a little hiatus, I haven't seen it update any further or seen any more manga releases to it besides like 2 chapters in a while. Goblin Slayer. What's happened to that, man?
I want to say that's coming out monthly.
Monthly?
Based on what I've seen.
Is it because it was so epically... Because, I feel like it came out real quick, and then it's kind of like...
It definitely had a
pause. I don't know. It's weird to me.
The anime definitely had like its controversies because like the almost rape scene in the first episode, people were accusing it of like playing it up for fan service because I guess it does get fan servicey like in terms of exposure, and that is what it is. But at the end of the day, like with that flaw, it still can be a pretty fun and good show. Like Goblin Slayer, he's really cool with just all his crazy goblin killing tactics and everything he has in mind.
There's a purpose what he does.
Yeah. But the manga, I forget how far ahead it went. It seems like it just comes out once a month, and just gonna be a slow story, kind of how like a lot of those monthly manga are.
It kind of reminds me of like when you say monthly now. Reminds me of that one of the time when I was so interested and caught up with
Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan. You knew I was
right?
Like, Attack on Titan, dude. I was like, that came out strong.
Attack on Titan came like, storming through the gates.
Yeah, essentially, like, kind of like what you said. Like it had the first episode.
Yeah,
gory. Mother gets crushed and eaten right in front of your eyes, and you're like, damn. Like there's blood everywhere, people dying, and that's the first episode out the gate. Like you said, it just comes storming. And then it kept coming, and it stopped, and then you're like, what happened? I read so far in the manga that the series is finally maybe somewhat catching up. I don't know if the anime is catching up.
Really? Okay.
I haven't caught up with the anime, but like
I haven't read the manga since I want to say around that political arc because it got a little boring.
Okay, see the political part. That to me, I didn't know they would have brought that in. They did.
They did?
And that what you're talking about, the political part, like,
yeah.
I didn't know they were going to get all political with it. Like, it's strange to me to see an anime hitting political side. It's kind of interesting.
It was kind of interesting, but I like how they wrapped it up real quick. Like, okay, it's getting a little boring.
Yeah, because you're going to lose your audience real quick.
Yeah.
You're going to lose your audience real quick. But I feel like they got so big, though, because they theme parks to live-action movies.
It got so big, and they couldn't keep up with the hype with, like, keeping up in the anime. And
I feel like the whole main project they had is like, boom. Then they're just like, hey, let's do this. Let's do this.
Yeah, let's do everything, a little bit of everything.
Yeah, and it was just like, no, calm down. Finish the series first.
Right? I remember being really intrigued in the manga once it got to that giant gorilla guy, the big ape guy. I was like, oh my god, what is that? And for the rest of the manga that was out at the time, he never came back. Nothing ever really hinted at it. So
Yeah, like he just like disappears.
yeah,
To me, my whole thought process, spoilers, but if you haven't seen
we've
Attack
been
on
in
Titan,
spoilers. Yeah,
if you haven't seen Attack on Titan, I don't know where the hell you've been, but on Attack on Titan, I think it's his dad, and that was my point of view. I was like, I have a feeling it was his dad.
really.
It's just a little bit of me, because it's like he seemed like the smart one, but I don't know. Do you think his dad died, or do you think he's still alive?
I think they showed his dad dying, but based off of like the crazy nonsense that Eren goes through and then still lives, that makes sense. He could be alive.
But yeah, because you do see that how he became the Titan and stuff. Like, so like I don't know. I have a feeling like, oh, I wonder if his dad's still alive. But then I also wonder like, what was his dad doing when he was going out there alone? Like, what was he up to? Just situations such as like, but like, when they got to the political side, then that's when you start seeing everything unfold. But it was just like, I don't know. It's so weird to me to see how it took a turn for that, and it just, I don't know, it's crazy. I'm just waiting for it though. I want it to end.
Yeah.
Essentially, I'm like, come on, let's get to the end of this. I don't know. I want to see it end. I don't know.
See where it all leads to.
Yeah.
Without spoiling it, have they gotten to that door? Like in the beginning, like, oh, something about the door underneath their house.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't think they gotten to it yet. They might have. Not now. No.
I haven't caught up with the second season. I haven't caught up with the manga. I haven't looked at it since that first season, really. The initial hype.
Yeah. I feel like after that hype, then it just kind of like...
Yeah, they really wasted some of that potential.
Yeah, like they had it going and they just like dropped the ball.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But we were talking a little bit ago about Reincarnated as a Slime. I don't know how far you've gotten in on the manga or anything.
I've caught up with the manga to where...
Yeah, it's way past the anime, of course.
Way past the anime.
I feel like they might catch up somewhere around there in this next season because they're doing what it's called like a 2-core run. It looks like because it kept going past episode 13. I was really surprised. I thought they were going to end around the orc fight.
Yeah.
But I'm really happy.
An interesting episode. I like the orc fight.
Yeah, I'm really happy that they're going past it and continuing the anime. So it's probably going to go for 26 episodes instead of 13.
Yeah.
But after, like, I want to say episode 7 or 8 of the anime, I was like, okay, I got to read the manga. So I went in, I read all the manga. I was like, oh man, this is so great. I need more. So I went and bought the light novel on Amazon.
Did you?
Yeah. And those are really good too. They're really different.
Well, they include, as far as I know, I don't know if the light novel, sorry to barge in, but does it include, what's the dragon's name again?
Tempest?
Yeah, it includes Tempest's thought processes.
Veldora Tempest.
Yeah.
The manga had that. I actually kind of skipped over those when I was reading the manga because I was like, I don't care. I want to read through more.
Yeah, because it just basically kind of goes a little synopsis or details of whatever, and then he's also has the flame guy with him in there.
Really? I should go back and read those
because he starts talking to him about how he's training him and now he's becoming like a war.
Really?
A better player when he was playing that shogi game, or I think it was shogi game. He's playing something with them in that little because they're stuck in there.
Yeah.
And he basically got better now, and he's like, oh, he's learning from me, blah blah blah. So essentially, there's little tidbits in there. It's kind of nice, little side stories.
I'm gonna definitely have to go back and read those. When I was reading the manga and it suddenly the volume ended, it's like, oh, here's the thoughts of Veldora Tempest. I'm like, I don't care. Give me the next chapter.
The next chapter. Yeah, because I get it though, because you're like, I don't want this side story. Give me the next part.
Yeah.
So I did do that for a few parts, and I had to go back. I was like,
I'm gonna definitely have to go back now.
Yeah. So you bought the light novel?
Yeah, I bought the digital light novels on Amazon Kindle. Those are really good. They're a little different from the anime. They go more into the world building and economy and this and that. Some things play out a little different, but I really enjoy it. It's been really good. The problem there is that there are only 4 volumes of the light novel out because I went and read through all those real quick. And the last time I read a light novel was for Konosuba, and after the 4 or 5 volumes that were out at the time, there was also a lot extra of the fan translated novels that haven't been like released yet, available online. So I thought, okay, cool. I'll just go find the Reincarnated as a Slime fan translation of the light novel and just read that for the next volume, volume 5. Nope. Every fan translation is inactive or dead and not caught up to where the official release is. So I just gotta wait until, I want to say April is when the next volume comes out.
Dang.
So yeah, I've caught up on everything available besides the original web novel, which I'll probably look at some point. That one's fan translated.
Okay. So I see. I haven't seen the light novel. So
I really enjoy those. I'd say give them a look if you've really liked the slime stuff so far. I know you're a lot bigger on manga, so I don't know if you've tried out reading any light novels for any shows before.
I haven't tried any light novels. You know, I've always wondered how do they align with the normal, with the whole entire storyline.
They can be different. Definitely, you can see how from one reincarnation to the other, or one iteration to the other, how things change and how things grow, or how they do things differently.
Just the development.
Because it started with the web novel, which I think that the author's name is Fuse. He started there, and then they started with the light novel after that, and it became a manga, and then finally the anime. So all these different versions of the story have been coming out, and they're just a little bit different each time, or very different sometimes. And it's been very interesting. I really enjoyed the light novel and the manga and the anime.
Yeah.
And new episode Monday, 2 days ago.
So, what other animes have you been checking out? Anything else then?
Oh gosh,
any newer ones?
What have I been watching this season? Let's see here.
2019 new anime.
2019. I don't think I've caught up with anything recent this season.
You check out any Mob Psycho 100?
Mob Psycho 100
Season 2?
This last episode where spoilers again, that crazy dead spirit of that, what was he? He was a shaman when he was alive, and he started eating spirits and became an evil spirit in the afterlife, a very powerful one. Seeing how that happened and how Mob's been like sort of growing, like, hey, he doesn't see it as killing bad spirits. He's like, hey, he either kills bad spirit or like the spirits. What was it? Reagan put it, he doesn't see it as spirits to his humans. He sees it as their spirits and they're humans. And if he doesn't kill the spirit, he might kill a human. At least that's what I took away from the ending of, I want to say, episode 2 of season 2.
Mm-hmm. So how do you like it so far?
Oh, it's really good. That new opening is like such a jam, and all the animation they throw into it.
I like the whole intro, the whole animation. It's something different from, you see everybody else's, but Mob Psycho is just like...
Mob Psycho's style is so unique.
Yeah. I don't even know what kind of style you would say. I feel like it's like an 80s.
Kind of 80s, kind of cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the simple style and like rough style allows it to be very well animated instead of just like drawn. Like a lot of anime is just like a picture with like a little movement. And it's definitely very well. I love this series so far.
Oh. And Mob Psycho is just basically about...
Yeah, let's catch them up on Mob Psycho.
We'll say Mob Psycho is about a kid, and basically he has psychic powers, and he has like a mentor who's supposed to have psychic powers.
Yeah, he's the world's leading psychic, Reagan Aritaka, I want to say.
Yeah, but he has no psychic powers.
Yeah, he's a complete fraud.
A hustler, robs you for your money, and has Mob basically do all the dirty work. And it's pretty hilarious. But then he does go berserk. It was just pretty cool animation. I thought it was pretty dope overall. Like, I was like, when I seen him, I'm like, all right, this looks badass. I'm like, and
when
obviously
Mob
the art
goes crazy.
Yeah, art, basically, and overall the art style is great. I thought it's different. It's not like Dragon Ball Z or
it's a little
or Black
more cartoonish.
Clover.
It's not the typical anime style that you would think of.
Not shonen style or anything. It's definitely something to check out. It's different. I like it.
And the whole thing with Mob, he's a main character. He's a middle school boy who has trouble with his just emotions and life in general. And when he lets his emotions go wild, he can't control his psychic powers. So throughout the show, he you might see a percentage meter going up, which represents how stressed he is or any sort of emotional frustration he's having. And when he goes 100%, his psychic powers go crazy. Wild stuff happens. A building could be destroyed and then be rebuilt.
It's like he's limit breaker, so it's kind of tough.
Kind of, yeah. It's really cool.
Yeah. It's funny. I like that whole meter thing.
Yeah.
I feel like they should make a game of it.
I don't know how that would work out because the whole story is about like, hey, even if you have special powers, you're not special. Like, that's not what makes you who you are.
Yeah.
You know, you should be more who you are rather than what you are or something like that. So that's a really good message behind it too, I think.
How much time we got? We got plenty of time.
It's hard to say because I didn't start the timer right off the bat. We'll roll for a little longer.
But speaking of games, Jump Force.
Is it out?
It's coming out February 20th or 16th or something. Not February 20th or something. No, February 15th. After Valentine's Day.
But meanwhile, until then, everyone's been talking about Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts 3.
You got to bring up
Kingdom Hearts everything. And I gotta say, after all like these plot summary videos, because I never played Kingdom Hearts, but after everything I've seen, it's not for me. It's cool. I'm glad a lot of people like it, but
it looks good.
I like hearing people talk about it.
I like Kingdom Hearts. Like, I played the first one. I didn't finish it. I played the second one. I liked the second one. I played the whole second one on PlayStation 2. That's how far back it was.
Damn.
Yeah, because PlayStation 2 era, dude. I'm like, so
yeah, that's right. It took a while for number 3 to come out.
Yeah, they said 14 years. So then the third one looks great, though. Like, I have not got into playing with it. I mean, you know me. I got 2 kids.
Oh yeah, that's how it is. We get older, we have less time.
Until my kids get to like 5 years old and they can just do their own thing, or who knows what extracurricular activities they may get into. I might not have any more time. Yeah. But overall, this Kingdom Hearts, it looks great though. But like, it's an RPG game, and I just don't have the time for it right now. But like, it looks good. I watched some people gameplay. I like the art style. I like how it involves Disney. It's something different. I mean, I like Disney. I mean, like, we all grew up on it.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. Obviously, it's a little bit of Final Fantasy, so that's pretty cool. But no, I haven't dived into it though. Like, but I've seen people play, seen some cool stuff with it. Keyblades, just running around.
Everyone has a Keyblade.
Yeah, I'm trying to get new Keyblades and unlocking everything. It looks pretty awesome. I think Brian said he was going to dive into it, but really? I don't know if he did though.
He's going to have a hard time with how little time he has for gaming. With
3 kids being sick,
crazy job hours.
I know,
being
man.
Sick too. Yeah. Hey, get better, you son of a bitch.
Hey, you son of a bitch, sick, getting boogers.
You're sick boy. Oh wait, didn't I say we murdered him in cold blood earlier?
You murdered him in cold blood.
Yeah, we'll put a phoenix down on you or something.
Yeah,
resurrection, zombie.
Phoenix down. Throw some death potion on him.
We'll throw some death wish coffee on him. He always goes for that stuff.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be like this. It's this coffee, right? It's like
super caffeinated, right?
Super caffeinated, like $20 a bag or something like that. It's got like crazy amounts of caffeine. It's got the skull and crossbones right on it. It's pretty all right. I don't drink it that much, but it's pretty all right.
I haven't had it. Never had it. I wouldn't mind having some. As he's looking at it one day.
If you come back alive, bring some Death Wish next time.
Right. So
Brian.
Next game besides Kingdom Hearts, since everybody was playing, or probably is playing that one, but Jump Force has all these anime characters, man.
Yeah, I've seen that. There's like the big 3 or not the big 3 because
essentially it's like the big 3 because One Piece, Naruto, and Dragon Ball.
That's right. I mean, I think the big 3 I'm thinking is like from the 2000s where it was Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece, but Bleach kind of fell to the wayside.
Yeah.
What happened to it is what happened to it. Meanwhile, Dragon Ball has always been big.
Yeah. I feel like it got resurrected and it just came out bigger.
Yeah.
So Goku's obviously been on top of it. I feel like Goku was, I don't know. Dragon Ball has just been like the original anime.
I don't know how you're going to fight with the guy from Death Wish or Death Note.
I don't know. Just don't let him put your name in the book.
Yeah, right.
He's got instant transmission to stop L from writing your name in the book.
Right. But
give me that pen.
But like at the same time, like you could see the name up in the corner of the screen.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, right. I don't know. So the graphics on there, they look kind of cool because they're trying to make it like 3D art style.
Yeah. Combining all these different art styles into one cohesive package.
Yeah. I mean, it looks cool though, but there's going to be like a huge roster as far as I see, you know? I mean, I don't know. Have you seen any gameplay of it? Like,
I haven't seen anything beyond the original trailer, but from that trailer alone, it looks really cool.
Yeah, dude. There's so many characters, and I mean, from the looks of it, it's going to be epic. Ooh. I wanted to get the $300 edition one, whatever, because it comes with 3 statues.
Yeah, you were saying like, what was it? You got your brother something for Christmas, and in exchange, he had to get you that for Christmas or something.
He wanted me to buy him something for Christmas. I didn't buy him that. He wanted some like giant One Piece statue, which was like $1,200. No way, hell, I'll spend that kind of money on my brother.
$1,200?
Yeah, it's like $1,200 for the statue.
God damn.
Yeah, it's like a statue that's, if I got the statue, it'd be like from here to there, and it'd be like this tall.
That's cool as hell. $1,200.
Yeah.
Like the closest thing I've ever spent, I almost bought a One Piece like little statue, but I haven't really kept up with the series. It was like it was about this tall, but it was small. It was a statue of Luffy up here, kicking all the way down to the bottom of the statue, and just see a giant explosion at the bottom. It was really, really cool. Something you put like on your desktop or something.
Yeah.
But
no, this one's like, it takes up a coffee table.
Damn.
Like it's got like
that's
like 3 pieces or something like that.
You gotta plan the room around it.
Yeah, you gotta plan. You build a whole room around it. And there's somebody on Instagram that I was watching. He gets them and then he waffles them off. So forgive me, I haven't slept a little too much, but I haven't slept that much today. But
we can get you some coffee or something after this.
The waffle, like he sells it to somebody. He puts it out there and basically gets his money back because he does like an open box situation.
Nice.
But like everybody puts in a shit ton of money, like $65 a person.
Damn.
So essentially, he sells out these tickets, but pays for the whole entire statue. Somebody gets it for the fraction, so somebody wins it. Some win, some don't. It's just a waffle. And then
like any excess like funds, he could put that towards the next raffle or whatever.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, but like my brother wanted me to get one of those statues. I was like, I ain't getting you that. I might as well buy the game and the 3 statues. It's crazy to me, like, but it's cool because it has Naruto, Luffy, and then Goku. They're just all like getting ready to fight,
doing stuff.
So I think it's awesome, but I'm like, I didn't want to spend the money on it because I'm at the same time, I'm like, where am I going to put that?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like,
you were from what I remember of your game room, or it's kind of your kids' room now, right?
Yeah, I don't have a game room anymore.
Yeah, there's not much room for you to put stuff like that.
No, I don't. With my Funko Pop addiction and
you're gonna have to get like a second house or something for this nonsense.
House. Definitely a second house through the second house in an attic or something, storage room to put all my stuff in. There's no way I have any room. Like I got stuff in boxes because I don't.
Yeah.
If I unloaded everything, I'd probably take up over all of the 4 rooms in my house.
I'm sure. I remember, like, back in the day before you had kids, you had stuff in boxes in that closet.
Yeah. And I had my shelves filled already.
Yeah, I remember that. Like, you had these cool Marvel action figures, like a whole row of them.
Yeah,
up above your Marvel window Legends, in your main room. Yeah.
I had a bunch of them. It's funny. I was looking up some of them. Like, I wonder how much this is worth. Have one like my King Hulk and
I remember
it's like $45.
Tony got you one.
Yeah. He got me a Psylocke statue. It was pretty dope.
I remember he got you a Hulk one too, I think. Yeah.
So I have a lot of my favorites. Hulk, obviously.
He's a cool guy.
Yeah, I have a lot of them. One of my Diamond Select figures of Hulk is like $100 right now.
Damn.
And it's funny. I bought. My wife got me 2 of them, and I took one of that out of the box, and then the other one's still in the packaging. Like $100 for that guy. And I'm like, I'm never gonna sell them. I mean, if I needed to, pretty sure maybe I could take it to Z and get like half or whatever.
Yeah.
But there's no way I'd paid that much for them. So, but I also have a Funko Pop, which I realized yesterday is an Incredible Hulk one. He's worth $93. But I don't know if it's worth $93 anymore because when I worked at, that's how long ago this Funko Pop is. I forgot about it. Name dropped, huh? When I worked there.
Worked where we used to work at,
yeah. When I used to work at, like, I had a Funko Pop and Jonathan. Yeah, I used to have it. Remember in the cage I had it in? He got it one time and he was wiggling like that and he messed up the head.
Oh, no.
And I was like, what the hell, man? So I had to buy another one. So I bought another one. So I have 2 of them. And I didn't know they're both worth $93.
Damn.
I was like, Nice.
I can't remember if you had that on display in the area or not.
I did. I had it displayed in the narc room.
I feel like you had a lot of stuff on display, and sometimes people like try throwing stuff out. Like you used to draw a lot of cool art. People would try to throw it in the trash can, but then I would come in after you. Like you had gone home, and then like there was a little bit of a bridge, and then I came in and I found the stuff in the trash. Like this is staying, or I'm keeping this, or whatever.
Yeah, it's all like boredom stuff when I'm like, let me put this up
Some
here.
of it was really cool. Like I still have that zombie drawing of yours, and I think I still have a flower drawing.
I wanted to make that zombie thing into a t-shirt for some reason.
You should.
Always wanted. Should do it with the FME background.
That'd be... Dude, you don't even have to do that. Just like a zombie original, a George original shirt.
Right?
That'd be really cool.
But that was so long ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Funko Pops. I have so many of them. And
have
some of them are worth money, and some of them are not.
Crazy amount of those.
A lot of them are just... I looked at it in my collection. I supposedly have 144.
Jeez. That's a lot of them.
Yeah, and...
Like the closest I've ever got is I almost went to go buy some of those fully coolly ones, but I was like, I don't want to deal with any of that.
You're like, where am I going to put them?
Yeah, like I already got some collection stuff. All my shelf space is mostly filled with old like CDs or DVDs, some books.
I like your bender over there, man.
For a very limited time, or I guess it was like maybe a year or so, I was like, I'm going to buy figures. I'm going to have a whole like figure collection, anime, action figures. And I had like maybe 1 or 2 anime figures. I'm like, this is embarrassing. Like girly figures in like skimpy outfits, like, and like eventually I might get like a guy figure, but like this is just embarrassing. I want to have like,
it's just funny that
30-year-old at the time it was like mid-20s Santino, skimpy whatever or whatnot.
It's funny that you say that because there's some anime figures that I want to buy, but I'm like. And they do make them like very hentai-ish.
Yeah, they make them very like pronounced.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I want this figure, but want it because it looks cool. But then it's also like a perverted kind of figure. I'm like, do I really want that in my house?
Do I just embrace it? Yeah, it's a hard call.
Yeah, so
because there have been a few of those like that looks really good, super fucking like everything. Like, am I a pervert for having this? Is that too much? I don't know.
Then it just makes it awkward because I'd be on Amazon or eBay and you see some of those guys, they post pictures and they have like a little pen and they like put it on the breast of like the figure.
Oh, like for like those figure, because some of these figures over there, they have like squishy breasts, right?
They make them squishy and I'm like, why are you going to be touching your figure? Like to me, it was just...
That's super weird.
Yeah, and I was like, no, I like the figure because, the anime character is busty, but because they had one of Tsunade from Naruto, Tsunade, and
I don't remember that one.
She's a Hokage. She's
yeah. Okay.
So, and because the 3 great Sanin, whatever, like basically, or Orochimaru, Tsunade and Jiraiya. And Jiraiya is one of my favorite characters because he kind of personifies me, or I personify Jiraiya in a way like, hey, he's cool, but he's also perverted. So, like, I like those characters. Same thing with Master Roshi. I'm like, I drawn him like, but so he has Tsunade and has Tsunade, and then they're like, oh, look, and they push the thing on her breast. And I'm like, so now you're making it just awkward now. Like, I don't want to buy it. Because I'm like, you just made it awkward. Like, I mean, it's already awkward enough that the character is busty, but that's how she is. You have to do it that way.
Yeah.
But then you exploit it more than it should be, and it's just like, I can't do it. Just like there's a No Game No Life figurine.
Yeah.
And
the Japanese are a little, sometimes
their culture's different.
Yeah, they're different.
Well, they have like the whole Lolita.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. Like the little sister. Yeah, exactly. And the little sister in that is a child, of course. And sometimes the Japanese, they just do things different.
Yeah, and I just couldn't embrace that one. I'm like, I'll look at it. It's cool. Because there's one time there was one of them on sale for like $150. And that's one on sale was $150 for something that was $300 statue. And it was like this big. And it was her just like sitting down on the chest piece or something like that.
Yeah.
It looked cool.
I think I've seen that one. Yeah. It did look cool.
I just didn't want to get it just because I'm like, nah. What does that say about me in my house?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I guess if you get an anime figure collection and you don't want to be like, or it to feel questionable, make sure you get a lot of No, I have no recommendations on that, honestly. Like,
Yeah,
you just gotta embrace it if you get them, you know?
yeah.
The ones I had, I got rid of, and then I think just now it's a couple of amiibos, some small figures, and the Bender.
Bender.
He's a good guy.
I only have
You
one
guys are good
amiibo, by
guys.
the way.
One amiibo.
It's a Ryu amiibo.
That's a good one. I was just gonna have the one Mario one, but then I figured, okay, get the Mega Man, and then get Lucas, and I'll get Ness later. But I got Lucas, on clearance. So that was when they're starting to phase them out, and now they're a little rarer.
Yeah, I noticed that some of them are rare now because they stopped making them. Right? Is that because
they stopped making them, or they're online only, or like limited runs? Back in the day, amiibos were everywhere. Like back in the day, it was only a few years ago, but
yeah, it used to be a lot of Nesses.
Yeah,
there are a grip of them.
Now it's a little rare. I don't think they're like as rare as say Funko Pops, where there's limited runs, but.
What depends? Funko Pops. The way the Funko Pops works is it's the con exclusives.
Oh, those two, yeah. But yeah, those are crazy. Everything's crazy.
Stupid cons, like San Diego Comic Con.
Yeah. Didn't they like trademark that? So now every other convention has to rename themselves.
Yeah.
Like this year, and instead of Phoenix Comic Con, it's Phoenix Fan Fusion or some nonsense.
Yeah, which I forgot to buy my tickets.
Same here. I'm gonna have to end up paying regular price now.
I have to pay extra.
Yeah, it sucks.
Forgot to buy Thursday.
Oh well.
I'm still gonna go Saturday.
I'm probably gonna go Sunday.
I'll probably go Saturday with my wife and then Sunday with you guys.
Damn. I'm probably gonna go Sunday with some friends, but we might have to make it into a giant group expenditure. We'll see. But
yeah, this way I could venture off with you guys and bring Brian along.
That'd be cool.
Jump into the anime world.
Damn.
Or comics,
Nobody watch anime. Anime is terrible. Don't ever get into anime. I'm warning you now. I've been watching anime for like 20 years or some bullshit. Don't get into it. It's bad.
Never gets old.
It's good. I like anime.
Watch anime.
Watch anime.
Be an otaku.
Don't be an otaku. Get out of here with this. All right, we've probably run a little long, so we'll go ahead and call it here. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for watching. Been the FME podcast.
Nerdcast.
Edition. See you guys later.